Welcome to another quick live stream. All right. Like I was saying, welcome to another quick live stream. This is Daddy Volo. You know what I mean? Right now I'm solo. The young one had the nature's call, you know? But it's all good. That's how you know it's live and direct. That's how you know it's real. We don't do that fake stuff over here. We uh we learn and we educate and we share and we love. Uh, Not here to hate on anybody. You know what I mean? Because love is what's strong. Hate is weak. It's I can I'm gonna keep pushing that until we start understanding. Right? So the logical equivalence, right, or how the art of logical thinking works. You see, if I say love, right, is strong, then not love, yes, that's strong too. Um, but y'all want to convert that to saying that means you hate, and it's like, yes, hate, but now we're talking about the possibilities of direct proportionality or inverse direct proportionality, right? Where hate can be weak, it can be a small number, right? It can be the inverse of love, right? So now, as love grows and grows and grows infinitely, right? One over love is actually becoming non-existent. That's how it actually works, mathematically speaking. But we have some that believe that they work together as like they're both the same function, growing exponentially. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. So when you have people that think that way, that's why they get possessed by demons easy, and then find themselves surrounded by, you know, and they're in the pop in my head, The Mask. I forgot all about that movie. You know, when to talk about satanic movies that and there it is. That's one that I might have to revisit real soon. The Mask, because we've been talking about Jim Carrey movies, and the latest one is that my son is really into is Sonic the Hedgehog. So he's really looking forward to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and I'm trying to prepare him to like, hey, that should be it. Trilogy done. You know, once you get into the fourth and fifth, sixth, movies, they're dealing with a whole different generation there, and therein is where we kind of mess up in trying to continue the same. Like when we was growing up, it was Superman 1, 2, 3. All right, done. It was Batman 1, 2. Well, it was only two of them, right? And then they switched Batman. It was three Supermans, or did he, I think Christopher Reeve might have did a fourth one. I got to think about that. Yeah, he did do a fourth one. And therein, you should have passed the torch already. Now Christopher Reeve is no longer the 20-year-old Superman. He was more of the 40-year-old Superman by the fourth movie. And we see the same issues with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like once they started with, yeah, they tried to start with the Hulk, but then they was trying to figure it out, the Incredible Hulk. But remember, it was like two or three different Hulk movies around that time. And who's the real Hulk? And when Iron Man came out, that was his role, and Iron Man 1 and 2 was pretty much there. It is. It was Iron Man 3, as you notice, he was old now, and now they're trying to tell that third story in the trilogy, and of course it fell off. Um, Captain American had a revert, a different effect in that Captain American is reborn. So the first movie is his own little thing. They was able to put that in there, and then so the second two movies was actually more Avenger movies. Um, but you're dealing with just Captain America's crew. That's why those two movies are considered two of the great movies. Thor had a similar thing. The first Thor is considered a lower not volume, but it was actually the darkest one out of the four movies, as you can see. But as we move further and further away from that very first movie, the very first movie was very dark. The second movie was dark, and then they start going gay. The third movie was gay, but it was a great movie. I thought it's my favorite out of the four movies of Thor. And it was supposed to be a happy time, and then wow, they destroyed his planet. So that's supposed to be the fire and brimstone of the destruction of from the causality of Sodom and Gomorrah. Or destruction of the planet with the Great Flood, or whenever we get completely out of control, and God has to clean it up, and that's where we're saying we're heading at right now. And it's like maybe it's looking like the only person that's really taking all of the weight of the destruction, quote unquote destruction, is Joe Biden. Joe Biden is being sacrificed right in front of our eyes, as old as he is, and let them have their time. And now it's still defeat Trump, who was the devil, when actually Trump was he's just redeeming himself. Trump is just trying to redeem what he was trying to set for his children, so that after his 4 years, he won't be the president anymore, but his son, Donald Trump Jr., now has a chance to become the president of the United States. And that has nothing to do with George Bush or George W. Bush. That's when y'all need to stop, right? Because yes, George W. Bush has a lot of issues that he needs to answer to, because of he followed the same policies that Clinton's did. He did it. Obama did it. And now Biden came back and did it again. And that's why we're going, we were saying this since the Clintons, right? We just changed Bush because we was tired of Reagan, right? We was tired of Reagan. And what was Reagan, what did Reagan do that was so terrible? He gave us freedom of speech. That's what we need to understand. And we had a lot of war because of that freedom of speech. Because some people want to be the leaders and do all the rapping, and they're not fit for it. And they want to fight those that have a better voice. And therein is where the conflict begins. So now he's here, and it's what time? 3:40. TMI, son. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
What?
TMI. I get you. I said nature's call. That's all they need to know. All right. So I'm just, but you're a teenager. This is what I expect. No, this is what I want to share with you. Let me see.
Kingdom Action.
And I just had this playing because that was the last thing that I was playing. But I want you to play something else while I finish what I was trying to convey to the people. No, I'm not having you play that. Right? I need you to play what I'm trying to help the people understand. Right? Because they don't understand gaming like one-on-one. So singles game, one player. No.
When you played last time.
No. I'm going through the. Actually, I can share this with y'all, right?
Yeah.
I can share this. There it is. And
is that the one that you played last time, or something different?
Yeah, well, I want to play something different.
Ooh, slot cars.
A lot of good games, right? So.
Persky. The game. Oh, dots and boxes.
There you go.
In a while.
So this game is what? Dots. Draw a line.
Oh,
they
yeah,
draw a line.
Okay,
See how it works? So if I have just one dot and I put a number 1 next to it, and then I off of a blank sheet of paper, and I take another dot, put a 2 next to it, and I take a third dot and put a 3 next to it. If I connect all 3 dots, I form what's called a triangle. If I put 2 triangles, if I take that same triangle and just make another one and put it with a common edge, I can create a box, a rhombus, a square. A box meaning, a square or rectangle, should I say. So this is a game of lines where you're trying to make the most boxes.
Ooh, I'm not gonna go for that one.
And
he's tempting me.
You're playing the game of trying to end up with the most squares at the end. Whoever ends up with the most squares is the winner. Classic game right here. So you can play this game with a sheet of paper and 2 colored pencils, red and blue. Now, does that what does that have to do with our government of the Democrats and Republicans? It's pretty much the same thing. It's game theory. It's part of the game theory, but it's more than 2 colored pencils that we're using for that type of game. We're actually using 3 colored pencils because you have what's called third party. Now, most people that are third party are actually calling themselves independent. They're independent of the Democrats and Republicans. That's supposed to be one of them that is independent is the Green Party. They're supposed to be independent, but they act just like the Democrats. That's why, what's his name that's running for president? My old head.
Wait, if I do that one.
I don't want to say Corn though. Cornel West. He's running for president under his own political party. So is Robert Kennedy Jr. He's running for it under his own party. What colors do they use for their political parties? Then you're starting to understand the number of, of really what's really going on is that we're dealing with a lot of different color boxes. We're dealing with more than just 2 players in the game. But they want y'all to believe it's just 2 players in the game. That's why we keep losing the game. And they're using the same player against you, right? They already decided Trump. That's the part that y'all not understanding. So why should we be afraid? Because Trump's going to lock everybody up and put us in chains? No. He's going to go against the globalist agenda. We already know what he's going to do.
No.
So should that?
No, I set him up.
Does that make? What is the name of the group?
Undo.
You're not helping me with all this drama, son. What are you doing undoing, son? No, you're not supposed to do that. Son, if you lose, you're just supposed to take the loss.
Okay, fine. I set him up so hard. Look at that.
Oh, okay. So, he can keep going, huh?
I think he won. He won.
So you let down the Democrats, huh, son?
I'm Nicole Green. That's a big. What do we think?
I don't know. I referenced the Incredible Hulk. I'm probably going to play in school since everyone here.
So, but you only can play with 2 players on here, right? Oh, go back. First player. Yeah. This is only a 2-player game.
Are there any strategies?
I guess you could play this with 3, 4 people with different colored pencils.
That's for sure.
In fact, Dada got my book. I have a book that this game might be in there. It's called the Book of All Games. And it might be there's a version where you can play this with different pencils, I'm sure of it. And we'll look into it and see if we can do that.
This game is fun.
Because all you need is a piece of paper, 4 color pencil, and then y'all can go at it and see who can, make the most boxes. This is real game theory right here. But and this is what everybody's afraid of when, they already decided in 2020, that's the part that I'm trying to help y'all understand. In 2020, they already decided that Trump was going to win this year. Now y'all starting to understand where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So that's why I'm kind of blocking and unfollowing people that are, oh, Trump is going to be back and now they're going to blow up the world. It's like they already decided this last election. If we would have came together as black people and just said, no, we don't want to, we're not afraid of Trump. We're going to keep building the way we was building. Biden wouldn't have been able to throw this switch that now everybody that was on the bottom is now on top, and vice versa. Now everybody that was on the top is on the bottom. So now that everybody that's on top right now, they're afraid of losing their jobs because yes, Trump's going to throw the switch again, and now all those people that are on top that are not helping the people on the bottom, they're going to switch it again so that I can go back from being I'm a janitor right now. Maybe I can go back to being the manager again and start rebuilding my house, my home, my family, But this is how the game is played. So this is the way the game is played. So did you switch colors? Are you blue? Or are you? Are you blue?
Got that.
Oh, okay, you won.
I didn't win yet. Where should I go next? Here or here? Go. Yeah, got it. I'm gonna pretend I'm going here. Darn, I got him get for me.
We gotta analyze the instructions. I think there's a little confusion in the instructions or the rules. Yeah, you don't know the rules 100%.
Do this and hope that no.
See, why did that make that one a red box? See, we gotta go over the rules. So next stream we might look at the official rules of this game because we gotta get the strategy down. That's what I teach. Game strategy is the art of logical thinking or the law of reasoning. Once we start to understand that as a mathematical ideology, that is part psychological, it's part philosophical, but we're working now on the epistemological aspect of it. That's using science, technology, engineering, mathematics to avoid losing your soul, truth, enlightenment, and morality. So as my son goes through the wrath of playing dots and we'll look at the official rules and see what is the best way to strategize so that you can have the most favorable outcome. That's game theory. That's what we actually learning so that we can teach it, even if it's Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, all the games that we play. We have to, as a people, we have to start doing that with politics. There's more than two colors in the game. We're going to work on 4 colors for now: red, blue, green, and yellow. Those are the 4 colors of a game like Simon. So we might, when we talk about Simon, if y'all are familiar with that game, the lights flashing, we're going to talk about that soon, and we're going to learn how to strategize for a game like that. In a game, for this right here, and it's looking like he's learning how to strategize. Yeah, way to go! Now you owning it. Now you got the artificial intelligence looking at artificial.
I figure here you'll only be able to get like 1 or 2 of them.
There it is.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so now I can get that one. That. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Nah, I still won.
You still won, but you see where you slipped up this time, though, right? You see where you slipped up and could have got maybe 2, maybe 1 or 2 more. But great job. All right. So there we go. That's how you do it, and we'll go over. We'll revisit this game and show y'all how to strategize for a classic game. That all you need is a piece of paper and 2 or more colored pencils. But we'll go over the official rules another day. We're going to log off, and then we'll be back on the other channel. And on the other channel, we're going to play some Mario role-playing game, 1,000-Year Door. It's a beautiful story. So come check us out as we read the story of Mario and his friends as they fight. Who's the bad guy in this version?
Well, I think it's like I forget. It's like is one dude that
We'll figure it out. We'll share that information with you. One. Maybe are we doing one more show? Maybe we're late night. Maybe. No, probably not. But we'll figure it out. All right. But we'll share what we can. Talk to y'all later. Bye. 1.